Hello you beautiful people, welcome to another edition I suppose of the Artrium, my name's Chris Smith. I'm going to be doing the third in my series of collages with yourselves. As always, all of the stuff is included in your pack that I will be using today. I will be using a canvas, some glue, you will have it in one of these, one of the brushes that I've sent you, and possibly some pens, and you will also have a sheet of words, and a little book of different textures that we may use, we may not, we will see. So as always, like I said, my name is Christopher Smith. The Artrium is a charity that increases people's well-being through the medium of art. Fantastic charity. I'm doing a little bit of work for them and I also volunteer for them. Now the list of words which I've actually sent it is, well, hand delivered, I must say, are different skills and qualities that you may possess. This list is just to help you. You may have your own skills and qualities that you can think of, or you may be told them by someone else. But if you struggle to think of anything positive, refer to the word list. Now, a strange thing about human beings is that they find it very hard to pick themselves up, to speak positive about themselves. They think of it as a way of being big-headed or something like that. It's not. It's good to be honest about what you're good at, but also what that you need to improve upon. So from the rooftops shout it, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm excellent at this, I'm superb at this, I am magnificent at that, but I could need some support or some help with this. You're the only person, especially when going for jobs or anything like that, that is going to shout about you to this degree and be this personal. Please be very aware of how good that you are at different things. So the first thing that I'm going to actually do today is I'm going to look at this sheet and I'm going to tick off some of the things that apply towards myself. So I've identified some of the traits, the skills and qualities that are good about me. So we're going to start off by, first of all, I did have a small practice on what we are doing today, and I realised that the background was too white. So this time I'm going to cover the background with different textures because I don't want it too white. So a thin layer of PVA glue just to make it nice and sticky. I'm going to have it multicoloured. As you can see, I'm just randomly ripping the paper. I'm going to add another thin layer of glue to stick it down. I should follow my own advice. If you have watched one of my early videos, I do say brush from the inside of the shape outwards so that it doesn't peel up like that. advice I should follow sometimes. Some beautiful roses. So as you can see, this is a mixture of straight edges and ripped edges. As with a lot of the things that I enjoy, to be honest, doing with you, there are no right and wrong answers. I want you to be able to make this up exactly how you want it to be, not how I want it to be. So be as creative as you like. The reason I do it this way is I want your creativity to flourish, and I want this to be your work, not mine. The only thing that can really go wrong is using the wrong sort of paper, in that when it dries it will curl up, that sort of thing. But I will have provided you with all of the correct types of paper. If you haven't got one of our packs, you don't want any paper with a plasticky feel. This means that there's different layers to the paper, one of which is plasticky layer, which will react differently to the paper layer on glue. So it will shrink or enlarge, or basically curl up while the glue dries. As you can see, I've covered all of this, and I'm going to leave that to dry. This is dried and it's a bit smaller. The next thing that we need, lots and lots of cardboard rectangles. I'm cutting it here, but you will have a selection of them a little bit smaller, about that size. You will have about 5 or 6 rectangles. Now what we need to do on these rectangles is, these are going to be the rays of the sun. In fact, I will show you. Your final picture will look a bit like this. There will be a circle or something like that in the middle, another shape of your choice, and it will say I am in that circle. From that, there is going to be the rays of the sun going round, and on this is going to be different skills and qualities which you have on top of these. Now these rectangles are going to turn into the rays of the sun. We're going to cut them down to size, stick them onto our background, right arm in the middle, and you will have a fantastic picture based on what is good about you. So where was I? Oh yes. What we are going to do is we are going to turn these into triangles. So I'm going to grab a pencil, I'm going to use this as a ruler. You may have a ruler yourself. If you have, good for you. So as you can see, I'm just marking it on a triangle shape. So halfway along the middle of one end, you may put a mark, and then draw a line right up to the edge, well, the corner, sorry. And then cut it out. Now the bits that I cut off here, I'm going to keep for the moment because I may use them. I may not. But if I throw it out, I will not have the option. So until you've finished the picture, don't throw anything out. So as you can see, I've made one triangle there. Sort of demonstrate again. These rays of the sun are going to move round these triangles from the centre. And my centre is about there, I reckon. So I'm going to continue. So if you're not really confident with scissors, please mark down on the back. And personally, I think this is going to look rather good. So this picture is for any skill level really. As well as doing this yourself, this is it's good for any age. At any age, you can learn positive things about yourself, and you can create art. So this is lower skill level. Do you know what? I'm going to cut off some of these rocky ends already. Right, next up I'm going to glue on the rays of the sun. I could do this in a while, but I'm quite excited to do it. So I'm going to put another layer of glue down on my canvas, which is already dried now. If you like this video, let me know. It would mean a lot to me to know that people are enjoying this and learning something from it. And also feel free to share this link and tell people how good the Artrium is and how good I am. So I'm going to put on the rays of the sun. So as you can see, I have the rays of the sun there coming off in lots of different colours and lots of different textures, and I can't stop putting glue on it. Right, onto the middle. That will do. You may have a different circle. You may decide not to make it circular at all. I will cut the circle out. And on this I'm going to write I am. so that you can see what I am. And I'm going to get my picture and I'm going to stick this right in the center. You will have these pens as well, permanent markers in your pack. So they should not smudge or run when you are applying glue. So next up, we need words about ourselves. Now I'm going to handwrite mine, partly because I need to improve my handwriting. I'm going to use the waterproof pen which will be in your pack, and I'm going to look at my list of words and I'm going to copy them down. They are all spelled correctly. So I'm going to stick these on. Now what you will have is a lot more words than this, because there are a lot more things that are good about yourself. So you should have really at least 2 good things per ray of the sun. At least 2. It might be 3. And you may have wrote them down with the waterproof pen onto the paper like I did, or you may have cut them out of this sheet. So, for example, I'm going to take this word clever and I'm going to stick it on there, so they don't all have to be handwritten. Now obviously this is still very wet, so you will leave this to dry. You may even put another layer of glue, I don't know, when it is semi-dry. And when it is dry, you'll cut off when it is dry. I should listen to myself. Cut off the raggy ends. And this will look a lot neater, and as always, it will look even better in a frame. It will look superb in a frame. And that's it really. So in today's collage, hopefully you've learned a little about yourself, what is special, what is fantastic about you, why you should be proud, and also I made a picture to show it. And that is the end of October's collages with me, Chris Smith. I will be back in December to do tutorials and workshops based around recycling and recycled art. So I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you for joining me in October. Goodbye from me, Chris Smith and the Artrium. Bye now.